All right. So, we're heading to the fork in the road.
Keep that for later.
Really? Thank you.
A fork. This must be where Nassan was supposed to check in.
Yep.
It looks like there was a scuffle here, but no body. If someone dragged Nassan off, there should be tracks. Oh, here we are. Let's see where they went.
Ah. Right, to that fort. But I'm not gonna follow the tracks exactly. I am going to...
The Shadow Carja outpost. Let's hope Nassan is inside.
Oh, crap. That is not what I intended to do. Well, that was good. That's what we call paying attention. That was a waste of a good Terror Blast arrow.
Off you go.
Okay. My goodness.
They're still looking. Can't carry more.
Okay, I need to be using...
Hey, someone killed one!
Okay. Go away. Oh.
What the?
Yeah, I just needed to not shoot instantly.
It's a start. Easier when I was a kid. I'd have to leave something else behind.
Oh. Right. Okay, so we're not going to go through the front door. Instead, we're going around the side.
They've gotten Hassan, all right. He needs help.
Let's try this again. I'll keep it simple since you're obviously feeble. What were you doing out by the fork?
It was a picnic. With your mother.
I think he's trying to hurt your feelings. Won't work. My mother loves a good picnic.
Be that as it may, we're not getting anywhere.
That's all right. I don't mind breaking a few of his bones.
How many do you think we'll have to crack to make him squeal?
He's got spirit. Might take 7.
All right. I'm taking wagers.
I'm not here.
Is that? Yeah, trouble. Lost her!
Oh my gosh, okay.
Here.
Wait, what? Did he hit himself somehow? Interesting. Not sure what happened exactly, but whatever. running low on wire.
Kindev sent me. Let's get you out of here.
I thought that old salt had abandoned me. Guess I owe him a slap on the back. Come on, this way.
I'll tuck that away. Kindev told me about the cause. Did you lose the shipment?
No, it's hidden nearby. There's a lot of hungry people in Sunfall that will be happy to see it.
Good. Now, listen. When you head back to Meridian, talk to a noble named Wherein. If you're honest with him, I think he'll help.
Beg a high blood for help? Ugh. But after everything you've done, I can't refuse. But for now, I'm bound for Sunfall. Be safe.
Guard off a town
all the
fire.
best goods here.
Oh. Guess I can't talk to that one guy again.
A man named Nissan came to see me, and we came to an arrangement. I think many in Sunfall will benefit from it. All this from a stolen sword. As they say, follow the shadow, and you'll find a flame.
Waste of time. Show was better last week.
Okay. That one's pretty close. Yeah, might as well.
These aren't goods, they're necessities. Won't find better wares.
Meridian.
Be warned, reader, or sorry, the reign of the Mad Sun King. Be warned, reader, that as true Okay, be warned, reader, that as a true account of the Mad Sun King Dron's acts, these glyphs are blotted in blood. Truly, the savageries committed can barely be recounted, so pray to the cleansing sun for yourself and the teller of these tales. For yourself and the teller of these tales. You will learn of the grievous wounds inflicted on foreign lands in the reaping of sacrifice, the Red Raids. For the Mad Sun King would order a whole generation cut from each village, so they might more willingly supply sacrifices and be harder pressed to fight field-fighting men on the next raid. The Utaru, who sought to appease with gifts of grain, were slaughtered in such number that upon the following harvest the maize grew black and blue with the blood of the dead. Against the Osram, the Terror of the Sun piled the corpses of their fallen up to the walls of their villages, so his kestrels might clamor upon the dead to enter. And in the valley of the barbarian Nora, terrors of the savage East, such savagery ensued that the trees were drooped with corpses hung as grim warnings. Should you wish to read of the Mad King's depredations against his own people, your curiosity will not go unsated. Within are accounts of the deaths of those sentenced to the Sun Ring, listed in such detail you might think it reported by their own chattering skulls once piled outside the city gates. Nor will you find a more harrowing account of his massacre of the Hunter's Lodge. Reading these accounts, you might imagine yourself among its brave hawks as they fought to the last, blooding to the sand from dawn till dusk. Fought to the last, blooding the sand from dawn till dusk. Or perhaps in the crowds as the loosed behemoths careened through the stands with the crashing of wood and bone. All this crazed bloodletting did the Mad Sun King take in with his pitiless gaze. Indeed, he would not even look away from the goring of his own son in that ring of death. Yes, fair-haired Cardamon of the Dawn's Rising, so degraded and doomed for the crime of standing against his father. Such a true and complete account of the Mad Sun King Jiran's miseries cannot be found in the history annals or heard from the reckoners of the Sun Priests. It is with a heavy heart that I describe these events, leaving out no shocking detail, but my debt is to history and to you, brave reader.
No one goes into the palace without an invitation.
Okay.
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Marad. Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay. Follow me, please.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, the machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late.
First the Oseram get special treatment, and now Outlanders from the Savage East. What possible interest could the Sun King have in her?
Passed by some Outlander woman? Unacceptable. I've been here for 2 hours, and Miss Nora goes to the front of the line.
Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
Aloy of the Nora. She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well. Erend, Murad, let me discuss it with her privately. I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
It sounds like Ursa means a lot to you.
Without her Oseram vanguard, I would not have been able to liberate Meridian and end my father's brutal reign. Since then, it has been difficult to maintain peace between our tribes. But Ursa has a way of making her people see reason. So you see, I need her back at my side. And quickly.
Who is Dervahl exactly?
To understand Dervahl, you must first understand my father. He truly thought of himself as a sun god. His mind was broken. He believed that blood sacrifice would solve, well, everything. So he raided the other tribes for victims, especially the Oseram. Dervahl fought back. He crafted powerful weapons and rallied his people. My father responded with the ultimate cruelty. He captured Dervahl's wife and daughter and sacrificed them in the Sun Ring.
So, why would Dervahl go to so much trouble to kidnap Ursa?
He felt she betrayed him. She fought by his side until she realized he planned to raise Meridian and butcher its people. And she came to me. Together, we stopped him and liberated the city from my father. Dervahl has spent every moment since trying to get revenge. Mostly on the other Oseram who fought with us. He made so many powerful enemies. I thought we'd seen the last of him. I was wrong.
I'd like to ask you something about the Sundom and its politics.
By all means.
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
It's not too far off.
Well, I would like to unite the tribes in harmony, but you saw how many courtiers I have to deal with first. Maybe next week.
Quite a place you've got here. You can almost see the little people below the mesa.
You don't approve? Well, I have a secret for you. Neither do I. But we must be patient. Change won't come in a single sunrise.
But will it happen at all, while men live in palaces?
It might. Eventually. If people like you help me bring it about.
Your politics seem very complicated. The Oseram are friends, but enemies too?
I couldn't have liberated Meridian without the help of Ursa and her Oseram freebooters. Many of them have settled here. But the Ealdormen of the Oseram clans in the claim have become jealous of their success. So have many Carja nobles. It's a volatile situation, especially given the fact that my father raided the Oseram for years. Ursa helps keep the peace, promising a future based on mutual gain. But some, like Dervahl, will never let go of their venom.
What can you tell me about the Shadow Karja? What do they have to do with Ursa?
They are remnants of my father's regime, holding out at the fortress of Sunfall to the west. Like him, they care only for domination, and seek to draw upon the power of the sun by spilling blood in its name. Since Ursa helped me take this city from them, they were perfect scapegoats. Dervahl knew this, of course, and planned it well.
I need to get going.
I know. Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Well, Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
The founding of Meridian. We are Karja. In us is the blood of those led by Ahriman from persecution and pursuit so long ago. Out of the far savage east we came, guardians of a treasure greater than land or metal, the leaves of the old ones. Ahriman found the leaves in a ruin, picked out by a beam of sunlight, and he recognized at once their importance. Within was etched the first teachings of how to observe the sun, to recognize its guidance, and to understand the place of man. From out of the leaves came the first glyphs, the first writing, so our knowledge could last longer than voices. But when our forefathers offered to share this gift, they were driven out by those they had once called tribesfolk. These ones feared to have the light of knowledge brought to bear on their ignorance, or were jealous of its power, and so began the long wandering of our people, trusting only that the sun would guide them and deliver them from the barbarian tribes. The path was hard, marked by the stones of families who fell along the wayside, even Ahriman's own. The persecution was unceasing from those without purpose, only the desire to debase and destroy, but the faith of the Karja was rewarded with a distant vision, a tower, like a solid ray of the sun, holding on the horizon, flashing. Even as their enemies descended upon them, Ahriman followed the flight of the Glinthawks, leading his people through looming canyons and teeming jungles. Again they saw the tower, so close now it seemed to reach to the very sun itself, and they saw that the Glinthawks perched upon it. Beheld in the light of the sun, the tower, the spire, cast its long shadow upon a mesa across the verdant valley. Ahriman knew he had found a haven for the tribe, as this was the place shunned by those without his faith, who cowered from the magnificence of the spire or the shining feathers of the Glinthawks. He named this place Meridian from a passage in the leaves, and the tribe settled in the protection of the great mesa. They found the site was blessed in every respect, carving their cliff houses from the bounteous resources, and in time from the red rock of the mesa itself, crowning it with the first columns of the City of the Sun. Truly, the sun gave much to the descendants of our forefathers, granting Meridian great harvests and prosperity, and the bounds of the sundom for as far as its light touched. Granting Meridian great harvests and prosperity, and the bounds of the sundom for as far as its light touched. In time, seeing Meridian shielded us from the dark arrows and plots of our foes, other foreigners brought trade and tribute. Holy Meridian, without spire and sun there would be no Meridian, but now and forevermore it stands as monument to both, and the glory of Ahriman and the founders is reflected anew in each Sun King of the radiant line and the noble houses of the Sun Court. Okay. So, basically, it sounds like they were from the Nora. Someone went delving in a ruin, found um, records from the old civilization, learned to read and write a bit, and I guess the writing was about old sun cults or something. And they're like, oh, that's how things are supposed to be. Okay, sure. Well, anyway.
Move along. You have no need to loiter around here.
So, I thought Ursa was dead, and I thought Dervahl was dead. Dead doesn't seem to mean what it used to. Or maybe I'm just an ass. Whatever. All I know is that it's time to find my sister and get some payback. I hope Murad's guy grabs us a lead.
Did Ursa ever tell you anything about Dervahl?
We were both under his command for a while. Sort of. Helped him recruit an army to take out the Mad Sun King. But then he got real creepy with Ursa. Needless to say, she wasn't interested, but he wouldn't let it go. Not to mention the fact that we realized he wanted to murder every Karja, not just the bad ones. Long story short, he's a grazer-licking dunbag.
Avad seems committed to finding your sister.
Yeah, those two got along. And some people say they shacked up, but I don't buy it. Seems a little skinny for her. Oh, okay, some bad images are forming in my head. Let's just focus on finding her. And kicking Dervahl's ass.
I'd better go.
Don't stand me up in Pitchcliff, okay? Ursa needs us.
Aloy, how can I be of service?
It's obvious that you're an advisor to the Sun King, but what is it you do exactly?
Whatever is needed, of course.
Are you always so evasive?
It depends.
You were right about Avad. He seems genuine.
He is the Sun King. I serve him the best I can. What else would you have me say?
Huh. Did you serve the last one as best you could, too?
Well, I served him to his enemies. It was the best I could do for the Sundom.
What did you do?
Nothing I could be blamed for.
Sounds to me like you're a spy.
There are many helpful voices in the Sundom and beyond. I like to think of myself as a good listener.
So why do they call you Blameless Murad?
Well, it depends on who you mean by they, and what they might wish to blame me for.
Talking to you is tiring.
So they say.
What will I find at the border?
An outpost full of Oseram, most of whom want nothing to do with Dervahl. Still, he inspires great loyalty in those who fought with him against the last Sun King. He will not be caught alone. And don't forget, he is a master craftsman. Nothing delights him more than his dangerous toys.
What makes you so sure Dervahl did this to Ursa?
I don't care for sure or certain. I prefer likely or probably. How many Oseram are clever enough for this ruse? Capable of building the weapon you describe? You hate Ursa so. More than one? Not likely. Dervahl? Quite probable.
Even if people think he's dead?
That is surely another reason to be suspicious of certain words.
I have to go.
Then you must.
The Chronicles of the Sun Kings. The founder, Ahriman, who guided our forefathers from the shadows of the savage east into the fastness of the Mesa Valley, and who, reading the signs of sun and shadow both, delivered them to the sight of Holy Meridian. The bounteous, Amavad, who oversaw the clearing and sowing of the royal maizelands, so that none who walked in the sun's favor should go hungry again, who cut back the jewel to claim the rich estate lands for the first houses of the sun court. The far-seeing Sadahin, who expanded the sun's dominion to the north, south, and east, setting a gate at Bright Market Harbor, and who, before the sun at its highest proclaimed these lands would be known as the Carjasundum. So, by the light, it was good. Generous Juadon, who stocked the metal markets with spoils of his own trampler hunts, and who allowed trade from north and south, even permitting outlanders the gift of the counting glyphs, so they might understand more than simple barter. Zavarad, the pilgrim sun king, whose tower was raised to the top of the ridge of Vales, and who crossed the great waters of the daybreaks, so the sun might extend even further, and to honor this passage had the great blazon arch raised on the far shores. Bold Ariv, who saw the sun's passing to the west as a challenge, and forged after it with a great army, to be pushed back 3 times at the great canyonlands that would be known as the Daunt, until the 4th time his cohorts broke through, and were vanished in the lands beyond. Prudent Basadid, who had the mantle of his fallen brother thrust upon him suddenly, who ordered the construction of the fortress of Sunfall and the garrison at Blazon Arch, declaring the land beyond it the forbidden west where only the sun may go. Kuvadin, the returner, who strove to bring civilization to the savage east, but returned after many strenuous endeavors, saying it was no longer fit for the people of the sun, and called for the building of great towers and walls, so this wild land might be observed safely. Ranan, the firebird, who saw the Sundom suffer unprovoked attack by the Tenokth horde, and who, against the protests of his advisers, accompanied his army to confront them. Under the sun he claimed victory, though he was so greatly scarred he wore his blazoned helmet from that day. Nahasis, who was a hunter as much as a sun king, and called for the proudest men of the noble houses to prove themselves in competition beneath the sun, and that those who felled the greatest machines would be situated as the first sunhawk and hawks of the hunter's lodge. The illuminated Marzid, who the sun visited with visions so vivid and grand, he commissioned many statues and frescoes of his visage in Meridian, and for his summer palace in Sunfall had the great citadel raised, where he remained painting until he took deathly ill from his own pigments. Hevis, elder brother of Marzid, who decreed each family with a suitable male child should submit that child in service of the Sundom's then depleted ranks, and had the artisans turn their attention from works of art to outfitting each soldier of the sun with the very finest armor, halberd, and bow. Duran, who in his early years was a strong sun king, defending the Sundom from encroachment of other tribes and the derangement of the machines, but who became greatly addled and ordered the spilling of much blood in the sun's name, threatening to bring a twilight time upon us. Avad the Liberator. Okay. So we have Into the Borderlands, which is level 15, and we have Maker's End, which is level 14. We have A Moment's Peace, which is level 12. That's over in the same area as Maker's End. And for that reason, I think I'll do that. At least I think. Oh no, I'm totally off. Totally off. Well, I guess I'll just go and do the level 12 one first. I think I'm nearly at the point where I can start farming some thunder jaws up by that last bandit camp that I did. As soon as I can do that, I will do it. For reasons you will see. What am I doing? Why am I on Maker's End as my... Okay. It's like, I'm definitely going the wrong direction.
Can't be too prepared.
Okay, well that's good. There we go.
They're scanning for me. One twist. There.
I see, that's why. Oh, right there.
Now's my chance.
Oh my.
Keep quiet now.
Well, that was fun times.
Gonna need this.
Okay. I've definitely forgotten to look at a few of these free sample boxes. Let's get a bunch of these. And then let's primarily use spear for now.
On target.
Okay.
Oh.
I never did, Let's see. I don't know. I guess I'll put that on there for now. Like to avoid using era resources for the moment. Let's see. That gave me something good. 24 resist fire. Ooh. That is good, actually. Yeah.
This has to be the Banuk camp that Bilgan told me about. So what happened to the other mercenaries he sent? The machines are docile. It's like they've already been overridden.
Machines are unburdened by anger.
Right. No. No.
I don't like spending so long away from the hunt. Makes my muscles twitch.
Some other weird acceptor I've heard. Claim to see these machines up close like this, it's...
Grazer dung.
I'm sorry?
Frozen grazer dung. This Ravager led me here. I chased it down from the rivals, where it killed a great ice hunter. Tore him in two. The challenge I accepted. But when it reached this camp, the Fury left it.
Isn't that a good thing?
Tikuk says it's a gift. What is a gift but a reward that you didn't earn? The machines are meant to challenge us. Now I'm stuck here guarding the shamans.
The spirits have presented their machines to us as gifts, but only in the grove.
The spoils of the hunt have been a little light lately. We should find a few machines, earn the spirit's favor.
Here you are.
Shaman, you're trying to understand the machines here too?
Yes, Nora. And taking my time with my studies. Between you, me, and the spirits, I appreciate the peace. Not just from the machines. There are many changes in Ban-Ur. The hunters and shamans bicker without end.
What about?
how best to deal with a harsher world. The hunters, they don't want it back the way it used to be. And we shamans find ourselves able to explain less and less. So many are exiles now, sent to wander. Here, no one argues. So I welcome mystery.
Okay.
The spoils of the hunt had been a little light.
I thought that was the guy I was supposed to talk to. Apparently not. You? No.
Leave the machine.
I can feel myself
Arrows and sharp blades.
Alright. It's not you, not you. Yeah, soul cook is not it.
Machine spirits are angered in all places but this one grove. It's a riddle.
I'm just like,
You honor me.
oh, here we go.
The shamans say the herds move this way.
No, you're another shaman who I can't talk to.
I wish you a bountiful hunt.
No.
Let this ravager out of my sight.
Okay, I'm confused. Who am I missing? Well,
This is how the Banuk must have gotten up and down the mountain.
I don't like spending so long away from the hunt. Makes my muscles twitch.
okay. Who else am I supposed to talk to? There you are.
Greetings, Nora. I am Tikuk.
Shaman. I've never seen anything like this.
The blue light is strong here. My people traveled far from the heights of Ban-Ur to experience it for themselves.
The blue light.
The light of the machine spirits. It is all around us. It settles upon us. This is how it used to be, before they grew angry.
I know about the derangement, but I didn't think the machines were ever this calm. What is it about this place?
We don't really know. We sing and we listen to the machine songs.
Tikuk, have any other Outlanders come through here recently?
Some Asaram, yes. They were convinced the machines were malfunctioning. As if machines were mere devices in need of repair. Well, that is how the Asaram see the world, is it not? They ate with us. Then, when they were satisfied there was nothing they could explain, they left with the Northern Light.
The machines sing to you?
To each other. You are a hunter. You must have heard their communions and hymns, their calls and cries. We're not meant to understand, but we shamans try to interpret. What is the song that angered them so, that turned them upon us? What song soothes them? Does it thrum in the air here, just outside of hearing? How can we heal the machine world?
What's with the big guy?
I was drawn to this place in a storm. At first, I thought the keening was the wind, snapping off the mountain's frozen face. But no, it was the Thunderjaw's song. I found it crouched on its haunches, its metal unmoving, and I took shelter beneath it. When the storm cleared, its singing done, perhaps the spirit left its great shell, or perhaps it slumbers and remains. So we have not stripped and gleaned this one. We treat it with the care it is owed.
Do you mind if I look around more, Tikuk?
Speak, trade, listen. You are welcome. No harm will come to you here.
So it's not the Banuk that are doing this. There's something about this place. They can't see it, but maybe my focus can.
Like spending so long away from the hunt makes my muscles twitch.
There, a signal.
Honor to your word.
And the source is at the top of the mountain. I'd better look into it. Getting soaked from melted snow. The air's getting thinner. Hard to believe the Banuk live further north. Can almost see back to the sacred land. Don't miss it. The Greyhawks are just waiting. A good sign, I guess.
Fight beyond your chopping shard purses! Did Vilgan send you? I guess shards can buy a conscience.
Never mind that. Nora girl, you have to stop the others. Up ahead, we snuck up here. Uncovered some kind of ancient device, plain as an anvil. That's what affects the machines.
The other bungheads voted to take it to Pitchcliff for auction. But it's taken a beating already. Like it dropped from the sky.
We tried to stop them digging it out. Without that thing up here, those Banuk will be massacred.
I'll stop them. You two get out of here. Sounds like we've already done enough damage.
Well, that's a fair appraisal.
The ropes are for, you bunch of chuffs.
What have you done?
Who are you? You're not one of those Banuk.
Too late. Let me look at it.
Hold on. This was our delve. We did the work. You want to put your axe in? What's this thing worth to you?
I don't know about this. This was your idea. You started it, you can finish.
All right. Could be this thing's just scrap, but even scrap has a price. So I'll ask again, what's it worth to you?
It's worth more to me than you are. You still want to negotiate?
Forget it. All East's ever given me is black toes.
They've made a mess of this.
Processor.
Catastrophic malfunction. This is from long ago. And it's been sending a signal all this time. Fading out. I have to get back to the camp before the machines tear it apart.
Processor of advanced design severely damaged. Corrupted code fragment detected approximately 20 years old. Catastrophic malfunction. Signal until a response. 20 years ago. Okay, I think Alright. I'm not gonna say what I think it is.
No, they've already started attacking.
The hunt is back.
The machines are angered. Keep your distance. Hunters, defend the camp. Do what you must.
Yes. Roar and rend at me. I don't fear it.
Wrong one.
Now you'll hear my song, machine. A sharp song. The hunt is back.
Oh, that's right. Oh boy.
Yes. Roar and rend at me. I don't fear it. Now you'll hear my song, machine. A sharp
Okay, guess
song.
I can't get on top of it.
Won't like this.
Say goodbye.
The hunt is back.
There was only a side effect.
That was a little too easy.
I'm gonna be happy about this.
Right. Yeah, I really just need to use those potions more often.
Nora, did you know this change would come upon us?
Not exactly. Although I know there is a lot changing in our world. This time it was outsiders. Those Oseram thought.
The Oseram do not think. They will never understand the balance between us. Between man and machine. Now the blue light has gone. And we are left with many songs. But more for mourning than gratitude.
So what now? Will you go back to your homeland?
When we teach the young to walk on shifting ice, we say, the secret is taking one step, then the next. Perhaps one day, we will understand the machine's mysteries.
I hope so. Good luck, T-Cook.
Yeah. Okay, well, seems like a good place to leave off.